that there's a boxing thing going on there. I would like to know if that's being rented by that organization. Is it a nonprofit? Because I've heard that they're charging up there for kickboxing. Now, this is a city-owned building. Who's paying for it and the utilities?
City manager, can you answer that question?
There was an agreement. Currently, I do not believe they're paying rent, but they are paying the utilities.
Okay. The other thing I have to ask, I went through this with the previous administration, but nothing was done about it. When you have events down the park, like in the summertime when they have this music and stuff for the public, I have said before, no animals should be allowed down there. The one show I had gone to down there, there was like 12 of these little white dogs, and people are walking around. Now, there's people sitting on the ground in chairs and stuff.
This guy for real?
And in front of me, this one person walks up with their dog next to this 4 or 5 other people. And
oh, you poor thing. Were you scared?
On blankets, and lets the dog pee right next to him on the ground. It's unsanitary. It's terrible. There should be no animals. I mean, they bring them down there at 4th of July. One guy one year had
called human stupidity.
Boa constrictor snake around his neck. And it should be the same thing for the functions that they have up here in the city. People come to the function and bring the dog. Why are you bringing your dog to a music festival?
Next is going to be
or
babies.
Anything like that. At any second, one of them dogs, because people, especially the kids, they like animals. They want to, I mean, I have a dog. He's perfect. He wouldn't touch anybody. But a little kid goes down to pet the dog and it bites him. Now what do you got? Now who's responsible? Is the city responsible for issuing this permit?
Do you fucking
it's
believe this?
Why can't they stop them? I mean, whoever's in charge of the function, and they got to come through the gate to go across the railroad tracks, whoever's in charge of police or whatever should stop and say, no animals. I don't care if it's insects or birds or whatever it is, because some people had a bird on their shoulders walking through there. I'm just trying to avoid a situation here.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Any words, but that's disgusting with the dog, and even at the fireworks, the dogs, it hurts their ears. They shouldn't be there. I mean, it's bad enough that some people bring 1-month-old babies there. I mean, I can't get my head around that either, but I think something should be done.
I'm not going to be the mayor that outlaws babies.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying those people should have enough sense. But I think something should be done about that. And one other thing I brought up about is that these taxi cabs going to different houses and picking up people, and they got small children. They have no seats for them, baby seats or anything. Now, my 2 grandchildren, if I don't have seats, I'm going to get a ticket. They should not allow to be pick up these little kids, whether they're transporting to school, nursery school, whatever, without having the proper protection for them in their trunk. They should ask
Do you
the
fucking
person how many people
rack your brain to come up with this crap?
Plain and simple.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank God for you. What blows my mind. How long ago was it?
Yes, the Brown.
Oh, God.
April the 7th, we announced.
Let's waste more time. I had said something about maybe consider not cheapening the word hero by using it for every single person that puts a uniform on in comparison to truly exceptional people in exceptional circumstances, etc. And they want to argue that. This jerk gets up there and after me and says, well, he was like so offended. And he just had to say, well, I just have to say that I completely disagree with what she said. And he's shaking his head. And the mayor said something similar. And I'd even mentioned Fort Hood from years ago as an example of, I mean, not to play devil's advocate, but every single person that is in a uniform is not only not a hero, but the opposite of a hero. You could even say a coward or whatever the details are. But then a week later, there's another shooting at Fort Hood, and I wanna say to that guy. So that's why I'm saying it here. Not that he'll ever see this, but you really need to argue that point because you've got little white dogs on your brain, obviously. And you're another freaking hypocrite. Idiot. Fucking bully. Who wants to run bully programs? 'Cause she's such a freaking bully herself.